Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the new Nihilego in the Go Battle League. Of course, like we have to do some test matches here against some opponents that were so nice and sent me a battle. We are only a 12-minute video. Usually, like I always try to aim for like 15 minutes. It is super late. People playing the Go Battle Day, not Go Battle Day, what's it called? The Go Fest right now as well, still in other parts of the world. For me, it's 1:30 in the night and I want to play the Go Fest tomorrow. So yeah, we're just gonna shorten it a little bit as we're gonna try out the Nihilego. I'm gonna try to get all the XL candy for this thing and I'm gonna make another review when the Master League gonna be available again. With this thing at level 50, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be able to do this, but we can already take a small look here basically against the meta with a Nihilego. In general, those videos, of course, people are gonna expect me to use Nihilego. I always try to get like one pretty early when they get into the raids in New Zealand. And yeah, like so people expect this, people are gonna try to counter this, but here we actually have the Ho-Oh. It definitely does have a Sacred Fire, right or wrong, and we get Earthquaked, and this is the main weakness of Nihilego, of course. I'm just gonna let this go here and like my opponent just can finish me off, please. People, like, I don't know, I think I faced a ground type in every single game because Nihilego cannot do anything against ground types, and I faced steel types. Like, I literally had like so many steel ground type Pokemon, like it was insane. Of course, like the meta is also kind of steel type based, but it was very rare to see something like a Togekiss here, which was of course kind of nice to see that. We don't really have an answer for Metagross as well. I'm not completely happy with the team, to be honest. I think it's a little bit tough to build a team around. Maybe it's like I just want to say maybe the root, but the thing is Nihilego cannot beat steel types, so you need something that beats steel types, and you cannot beat any ground types. The root would beat the ground types, but the root would not beat the steel types. And there is not a lot that can really beat ground types and steel types at the same time. Plus Kyogre, because Kyogre is also not really good. First, I had actually the Exegol in this team when I tried to build the team, but I kind of decided to just then go for the Melmetal, as of course Melmetal doesn't have really the weakness against Kyogre, and we had definitely a match where we had Kyogre lead against us. We have the Shadow Ball on our Mewtwo, which is of course kind of nice, as this can beat the Metagross, which we saw a ton for whatever reason. But yeah, now we can have some action here with our Nihilego against this opponent. As we have the Togekiss against us, we can just farm all the way down. And we see the Ho-Oh coming in and we can go for the Rock Slide. I think it's 9 turns, or like in total then 18 turns for one Rock Slide. With Acid as a quick move. Acid is the like one of the worst possible quick moves, but actually you see like does some nice damage. And the thing which I have to say about Nihilego, this thing is actually pretty decent bulky. I think the stats this thing has is actually really nice, and it's a cool Pokemon. If this thing had Poison Jab, it would definitely be a good meta pick for the Master League. Sadly, it just has Acid right now, and Acid is just horrible. Yeah, what I said also before, like we have a little bit of a better matchup against Kyogre. What I usually do against Kyogre here is I just gonna go for the Rock Slide straight at 7 moves, because then we are like at 14, he needs 15 to get to his first fast move, charge move. And I usually shield, I think, the first move, because like waterfall damage is gonna add up. I think you can let it go, and I think you can still get to 2 moves, but I'm just so rusty in the meta for the Master League that I'm not always 100% sure with that. But we can still go for 2 superpower. I think I would have survived the surf still, but I'm not sure. And my opponent goes for a charge move here, which we can let go, and this move got a chaos, of course, but we have a shield advantage right now. We see the Dialga coming in, and here we definitely need the shield advantage. I'm just gonna take a look how much one Side Strike from my Shandu Mewtwo gonna do against this Dialga, and it does not do really enough. But it is fine, as we can shield up the Iron Head, and we have to go for 1 Shadow Ball now to actually KO this thing, because I really don't want to have this against my Nihilego, as of course all the moves are resisted. But yeah, more to Nihilego, of course. Right now, like it actually, if you're gonna see like the animation for this raid, it's kind of cool, to be honest. Like you see like all the pictures on Twitter and whatever, where it's actually like not an egg but an ultra wormhole, which is gonna be really cool also for other Pokemon. It's just like the visual thing. Also, how was your Go Fest? Let me know in the comment section like how many shinies you also got for the first day for the Go Fest. For me, like I got 21 after only getting 1 after 3 hours. I at least got 20 in the last 5 hours, but yeah, I saw like a lot of criticism there. Like, let me know in the comment section how it was for you. For me, it was like still fine. And this is actually another topic which I could make an entire video about, how I think that shiny odds are too high in Pokemon Go. Like, it is just... the thing is, like, yeah, I'm not going to go too much into detail, but if you compare it to the main series games, it's just so insanely easier to get shinies here. And sadly, you have to compare it to the main series games, as you have Pokemon Home adaptation, so you can put your shinies from this game into the main series games. And it's just like such a cheat code to play Pokemon Go for shinies in the main series games. But yeah, right now we have the Dialga against us. We already had the other thing, was it, I think a Groudon, was it? Which of course we can finish with the Mewtwo, but we see already 2 hard answers against our Nihilego. And this definitely doesn't look too good. We can try to, I think like this Rock Slide should already KO my opponent, but I was sadly wrong, as this doesn't KO, just barely. I'm gonna be able to go for 1 Thunder Shock, but my opponent can go for 1 Iron Head here only, which is nice for me, and then gonna swap out into their Mewtwo, and I was of course swapping immediately, as I thought Nihilego maybe has a nice time here, but yeah, like triple hard counter for Nihilego. What really can you do here? We really rarely had the opportunity to put Nihilego against a really decent matchup here. Like you see, there's not a lot that I can do really. Maybe I should have shielded this, but it doesn't really matter too much anyway. We can go for 1 Rock Slide here, and yeah, my opponent gonna make a weird play here, I think, which you're gonna see soon, as we have to shield anyway this move, and they're gonna try to go and catch the move on the Dialga, which worked out for them, but I think this was more the only opportunity for them to lose. But okay, because at this range already his Side Strike would KO me anyway, so like he has a shield left, I think, still. Yeah, like wasn't the correct play too. He could have just stayed in there and he would have won easily, but good for him, he wins. Of course, we see the next ground type in the lead, with the Dragon Tail coming very strong there. But actually, like the Dragon Tail version against Melmetal is kind of funny. Especially if they only go for Sand Tomb and not straight for the Earth Power. You actually have a pretty okayish time as a Melmetal, which is kind of nice, as we're gonna see the Sand Tomb coming through. We're gonna be able to go for another superpower here, or do we? We're actually gonna be able to still survive this move, I think. Gonna be a Sand Tomb, and yeah, we're gonna be able to go for 1 superpower, and we should still have 1 stored. We see we still have a health left, and my opponent got an invisible fast move through, which gonna KO us. Nice, because otherwise we would have had this guard jump into a range where I could farm down with my Mewtwo, but like this, we still have to throw our charge move, and this is kind of iffy, as my opponent now gonna decide to go into their Melmetal. And you know, Melmetal against my backline there, against my Nihilego, will not have the best time either, I cannot even talk anymore, as we can go for 1 Side Strike here, baiting the potential Focus Blast, but my opponent wisely decides to no shield, and we can go for 1 Shadow Ball, as I now put everything on Nihilego. I'm already so low on my Mewtwo that I decide, okay, let's see what Nihilego actually can do. They go for the Rock Slide. I should be able to go for some nice assets. We have a matchup against Lugia here. Surely this should be a winning matchup, right? We are Rock type, we resist all the charge moves, and we have the Rock Slide, which is super effective. Yeah, but sadly, of course, our quick move does A, no damage, and B, doesn't generate energy. So this matchup, even though it looks good on paper, is pretty horrible. As you're gonna see here, like we will actually, there's actually only 1 scenario where you win as a Nihilego against the Lugia, and this is the 0 shield scenario. So like 2 shields, you barely lose. My opponent actually gives me even a better chance there by going into his Melmetal, which I can farm down, but I still cannot get two Rock Slides. And we actually just barely lose this game by 1 HP in a Dream, which is kind of sad, but this is how it is. And yeah, good game to my opponent. Next up, we're gonna have Garchomp Lead again. This is so amazing. Garchomp Lead is always very nice. Love to see it, of course. We can go for one superpower. And we're gonna let the move go through here. There's gonna be a Phantom only, which is amazing for us, as we now get the debuff before we throw our own superpowers, and we can now just go ahead and throw them all. We see one going through, we can see the next going through there, and the HP gets lower and lower from the guard charm of my opponent, which is of course amazing and what we want. They go for another move. Can we survive this still? I don't really think so, to be honest. They go for the Phantom, we survive with the 1 HP in a dream. We can go for one more charge move, and this charge move gonna be able to put him into red health, and we should be able to maybe even farm down with the Mewtwo. They swap out into the Metagross. This is amazing for us. Already again, a ground type, a steel type. What could it be in the bag? Definitely not another steel type, right? We already have one here. But yeah, we will see what it's gonna be. We can go straight for the Shadow Ball here. This is the main reason why I want to run Shadow Ball instead of Focus Blast, because it's just a way better matchup against the Metagross, also against other Psychic types like the Mirror against Mewtwo, or also the matchup against the Lugia. It's way better with the Shadow Ball. Of course, double Legacy. I just have to run double Legacy if I have Shadow Mewtwo, right? Like otherwise it would be kind of sad. I could also rent for the double Legacy with the Hyper Beam, which is also still Legacy for this Pokemon, which is kind of hilarious. We see the Melmetal coming in here, and yeah, now we have a Melmetal where we don't do any damage against our Nihilego, and we don't have any health left anymore on our Mewtwo, so this does not really look too good here. But we can go for one Rock Slide. How much is it gonna do? It does a pretty decent amount. Definitely does put him into a 2-hit KO range, which is good. And they're gonna go for one Rock Slide, and we still have a shield left. Can we still get to my next Rock Slide in time? They should throw immediately, I think. We see the Rock Slide coming through, and we can go for our own Rock Slide and winning us the game. This is gonna be already it for the video. Have fun with the Go Fest tomorrow. Thanks all for watching. See you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.